YoonJiOh posted her psychological diagnosis in fear of being killed in a murder disguised as suicide. YoonJiOh shared that she's taking preventative measures in fear of wrongful death. As the only witness of late Jang Ja Yeon's case, who's also urging other witnesses to come forward, actress YoonJiOh is fearing for her own life to the point of needing to report her safety on broadcast every single day. In addition to doing that, YoonJiOh also recently posted a psychological diagnosis she received on her official Instagram account. She shared that in order to receive her medical records certificate, she received an examination from a clinical psychologist which will have strong legal power in case anything happens. The reason why she took this measure is that among the actors that were under the CEO and agency that Jang Ja Yeon and YoonJiOh were signed with, 3 additional people passed away due to suicide. YoonJiOh also added that 2 of the people who were ready to tell the truth passed away, and the cause was ruled as suicide. As a result, she shared that she is accompanied by guards at all times, and she got a copy of her medical records just in case they try to camouflage her death as a suicide. She also addressed those who are worried for her and said, "I want to be remembered as YoonJiOh, who had a strong will to live. Please don't worry too much because as long as I'm in this country, I'll do whatever it takes to survive and testify. Thank you all." Read her full post below. I received the medical examination certificate that I mentioned on a recent broadcast. I received a 4-hour-long examination by a level 1 clinical psychologist and took a 3-hour-long questionnaire in order to receive the certificate, which will hold strong legal power in case anything happens. The reason why I did that is that among the actors that were under the CEO and agency that late Jang Ja Yeon and I were signed with, 3 additional people passed away in a similar manner in their own homes without leaving a will. In addition, 2 people who were ready to tell the truth also passed away due to suicide, and an investigator passed away from drowning in a fishing spot where the water wasn't even as high as his chest. For that reason, I'm accompanied by guards at all times just in case a similar accident happens to me, and I also received a psychological examination, which I delivered to my lawyer and will deliver to the Past Affairs Investigation Committee, since it's possible for my death to be disguised as a suicide. I want to be remembered as YoonJiOh, who had a strong will to live. As long as I'm in Korea, I'll do whatever it takes to survive and testify. Thank you all for having interest and making an effort to keep me alive. Somewhere under the stars, God has a job for you to do and nobody else can do it. Another news. Police issue apology to YoonJiOh for failing to protect her. They didn't respond to her urgent calls for help. The police have issued a formal apology to actress YoonJiOh, who was a witness in the Jang Ja Yeon suicide case. She created a petition on March 30th demanding an explanation for why the police are failing to protect her while she is a witness in a high-profile case. The petition quickly gained traction among the Korean public. YoonJiOh explained in her petition that the police issued her a smartwatch with a call button that when pushed will alert the police that she is in danger. She pushed the call button on the watch and did not receive a reply from the police for over 10 hours. The police station responsible for YoonJiOh's protection is Dongja Police Station. They released a statement on March 31st saying they went to YoonJiOh's house and personally apologized to her for their failure to respond. They explained that emergency calls from the smartwatch are supposed to be automatically logged into the 112 emergency call system, but for some reason, YoonJiOh's emergency calls were not logged. They are looking for an explanation from the manufacturers of the watch. A text message is also sent the police officer in charge, but they didn't check their messages in time and the police officer is being investigated as a result. Going forward, the police say they will be providing YoonJiOh with a team of female police officers that will watch over her around the clock. They are also moving her to new living quarters and investigating her reports of mechanical sounds and an unknown liquid substance on her door.